and welcome to a new video with me. Today is a bit of a chatty video, so if you want to grab a drink, a coffee, a tea, something, I don't know how long this is gonna be. I made myself some notes, but I'm not sure how much I'm going to stick to it. I just felt that now I'm ready to record this video. I'm ready to give you some advice that hopefully will help if you are going through a situation right now where you're going through heartbreak. Then I hope this video will help. By the way, sorry, I'm washing. I hope that you can't hear that. The machine, I mean. But maybe you just came here because you're interested in the topic. Either way, I just want to blabber away a little bit about this topic. So the first thing I would like to share, I've shared this in a previous video. I think one thing that is just so important is that in the very beginning of a heartbreak, I mean, when you've just broken up and you're going through the motions, that you really allow yourself to do so, no matter what anybody says. It really doesn't matter. I know that people generally are easy to jump to saying something like, oh, don't cry over him or her, or just move on, or he's not worth it, she's not worth it, blah blah blah. But that's not the point. You are worth feeling your feelings. Your feelings are worth being felt. They're worth being validated, because if you push them aside, then you tell them that they're not here for a reason, but they are here for a reason. And one German motivational speaker, Laura Marlina Seiler, she always says that tears are kind of like clearing your soul, or like washing away your pain, and then when you come out of it at the other end, that you feel like a completely different person. And I was actually listening to her saying these words when I was crying over someone, and it's really hard. At the time, you might not even know how long this is going to take, and that's okay too. I mean, yeah, just don't let anybody tell you that you're not allowed to feel your feelings, that you should just move on without feeling them. Because the truth is, if you do that, you will carry this pain inside of you, and some days you'll not notice, and then other days it tries to reach the surface again, and you'll notice it again, and it is just not very helpful. If you allow yourself to feel, if you allow these emotions to be there, and for them to tell you something, and for you to learn from your past relationship, this is when you will actually be able to move on much quicker, as if you bombard yourself with doing activities, meeting friends every day. I'm not saying that you shouldn't meet friends or family at all. Absolutely, you should have support. However, what I'm feeling, not what I'm feeling, what I'm saying is that the more you just let it out, the quicker you can move on. That's what I've learned from my past experiences. And then something else I really wanted to share. This is something I've only come across recently, something I've realized, which is, while you're doing this, why don't you go through your limiting beliefs? Write them down and rephrase them. What does that mean? It means, I give you an example from a past breakup of mine. Basically, I would say the most difficult breakup of mine, where I wasn't even aware at the time, but I am aware now, what I did in the past, which really didn't help much at all. And you might be in the same situation. I kept saying to myself, 1, I don't know how to get over this. 2, what if I can't love anybody else again. What a horrible thing to say, and such BS. It is not true. You can love somebody else again. What else to say to myself? Well, I think my main hold back and why it took me so long to get over this breakup is really my fear I couldn't love anybody else the same way. I couldn't meet anybody that I would love the same way. And maybe you have the same fear. If you do, feel free to share with me in the comments. But write this down and then rephrase. I can love somebody else the same way, or maybe even more. I mean, we love people in different ways because everybody is different. But write down, I can love somebody else again. I can fall in love again. I can get over this. Because words are very, very powerful. Because the words that you are thinking, those are basically the words you're saying to yourself. These are the words that are creating your reality. And therefore, it is just so important. Write down your limiting beliefs, rephrase them on paper, and when you catch yourself thinking them, rephrase them in your mind. And you can even create your own personal affirmations that you say to yourself. I find this very, very useful, especially in hard times. Affirmations are always good in bad and in good times, but especially in bad times, when you may struggle thinking about anything else but your breakup. This is when you should have your affirmations at hand. And affirmations are phrases that are positive and powerful, and that relate to who you want to be and how you want to live your life. And if you just have 3 sentences in your mind, that already helps. What I did in the past, because when I'm going through a tough time, another thing that really helps me is running. So you can choose any kind of sport, because you may already know this, and there's these hormones that are released when you do sports, and they make you feel better. And you especially need them when you're going through a tough time. And so while I was running, I kept saying these affirmations in my head. So sometimes I would listen to music, but actually when I'm going through a hard time, I usually don't listen to music. I just run. I feel better because I feel more energized, and I say these affirmations in my mind. And you could even record these affirmations and listen to them. I have done that as well, although that's something, I don't know why, for some reason I don't like to do it as much, but maybe that works for you. So that's why I wanted to share this with you. Let's see, what else do we have? Yeah, another piece of advice is this may be a good time to sign up for a self-growth event, a meditation retreat, or anything of the like, because when we're going through breakups, we're really going through a growth period. It might not seem this way, but most of the time, unfortunately, most of the growth comes through pain. Most people have to fall to then have a lot of realizations, get up and be an even better person or live an even better life. And so this is a good time to look into a retreat that maybe you have already had on your mind, or an event that you might be interested in, and look it up and sign up. This is also a very good time to look at your past and think about, do I see any sort of patterns? Have I dated people that are alike in their behavior, and why is that? Really ask yourself, because we have all our answers inside us. We always try to find advice from other people, and there's nothing wrong with that, but our personal answers are inside us. And so if you see a pattern, think about it. What is it? Where does it come from? Maybe you've been dating the same sort of person in terms of behavior, and you want to change that, and you can ask the universe for ways to change that. Ask the universe for help. Another thing I wanted to talk about is a lot of the time when people go through a breakup, they say to themselves, they say to other people, how can I trust again? And that's a very natural question for to come up. However, it is again not very helpful. You hear my machine is finished. Because why isn't that helpful? Well, it kind of leads to the answer, or it's not really a positive question. Again, when you have this question coming up, how can I trust again? Well, don't ask how, just say, yes, I can trust again, and I will make better choices in men, in women, in people. Because that's really what it is all about. You don't trust everybody. Don't go out and just trust everybody, but use your common sense, use your inner voice, reconnect to your inner voice. This is why it's a very good idea to do a retreat at this time of the year. That's not what I want to say. At this time in your life, because when you reconnect to your inner voice, oh my gosh, this is annoying. When you reconnect to your inner voice, then you don't have to worry about how can I trust again. Yes, you can trust again. Yes, you can love again. But think about the choices that you want to make. Think about the people you want to let back into your life. This is really what it is about. Well, I don't have anything else on this page. Do I have anything else to share? I can't really think of anything. If you have any more questions about this topic, leave them in the comments below, and I could possibly make another video about this. But I would like actually to add one more thing, because I talked a little bit about feeling your pain in the beginning. And my suggestion, because I had friends ask me, well, yes, but if I let myself really feel the pain, I don't know how to get out of it. Yes, I know that can be a struggle. So what you really need to do is give yourself a certain amount of time, and eventually you do need to get yourself to get out of bed, to do things again, and to connect with nature, to connect with other people, to connect with your friends. And then gradually over time, but you don't have to rush anything, you'll find yourself laughing again, you'll find yourself living again, you find yourself moving away from the pain. But just take your own time, reconnect to yourself, look at your learnings, and then move on. And don't let anybody rush you. I hope today's video helped you, and like I already said, please leave a comment if you have any more questions. And I am looking forward to having you back in my next video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you would like to see more videos, please subscribe. Alright, see you next time. Bye! Hi again! One more thing to add. If you want to have an amazing love life and you want to transform your love life, I have written this amazing book, Love Life Simplified. It goes through so many things that are related to love life. I wrote it because I've struggled in my love life in the past, and I want to share my experiences, other people's experiences, and what I've learned. All my research went into this book, and if you are struggling, or even if you're not struggling but you don't know how to have an amazing love life, this is a book for you. And then I would also like to mention my other book, Rock Your Au Pair Year. If you want to be an au pair, or you know anybody who wants to be an au pair, this is your guide, and it will definitely help you to have an amazing au pair time. Okay, that's all I want to say. Bye!